They left my parents standing like strangers at my own wedding. And that was the moment I realized I wasn't the bride in my story anymore. I was just a guest. My name is Alina. I'm 27 years old. And what happened that day still feels unreal. When I think about it, the hall smelled like fresh roses and expensive perfume. Soft music played, glasses clinked, people laughed, and everyone kept calling it a dream wedding. But dreams don't make your chest feel tight. I was smiling because I had to. Then I saw them, my parents, standing near the back wall with no chairs, no table, no one talking to them, just holding their small gift like they didn't belong. I frowned and whispered to my husband, "Why are they standing?" He barely looked and said, "Maybe they're fine. Don't stress. Fine." My mother shifted her weight. My father kept his hands behind his back the way he does when he feels out of place. And I knew that posture too well. Something sank inside me because this wasn't random. It started weeks ago when his family took over everything, the venue, the guest list, even the food, saying they knew better because I was young. At first, I thought it was kindness. Then my parents stopped being included. I once heard his sister say, "They won't be comfortable with our guests." And his mother replied, "They're simple people." Simple. That word stayed with me because my parents sold land for my education and worked nights so I could have a future. And still I stayed quiet, telling myself it was just wedding stress. Now I stood in a perfect hall while my parents were pushed aside, and I felt heat rise in my chest. I looked around. His family filled the front rows like they owned everything while mine stood forgotten. I turned to him again and said, "Why? Aren't my parents seated?" He sighed and said, "Alina, please, not now. Not now." I went very quiet, the kind of quiet before something breaks. I stepped away, walked slowly to the stage, and felt every eye on me as the room fell silent. I picked up the microphone, steady now, and said, "Hello. Thank you all for coming." He stared at me, confused, his mother annoyed, and I continued. But I just realized something important. The two people who made this day possible are standing in the back with no seats. Murmurs spread as I pointed to them, and my voice turned firm. They raised me, sacrificed everything. And today they were treated like they don't belong. Silence filled the hall. He stepped forward and said, "Alina, stop." I looked at him and said, "No, I won't." Then I told everyone, if they don't have a place here, then neither do I. Gasps echoed as I placed the mic down and stepped off the stage, walked straight to my parents, saw my mother's tears as she whispered it was okay, and I shook my head and said, "No, it's not." I took their hands and said, "Let's go," and we walked out together with no music, no smiles, just the sound of our steps, and I didn't look back even once.